John Franklin here, World Series of Fighting 26 for the Combat Press. I'm here with El Guapo, Bas Rutten. Sir, how are you tonight?
Doing great.
All right, let's talk about the card. I want to talk about the elephant in the room, the decision at the end. We have a new champion, it's Almeida. A lot of people in here thought Lance Palmer took it. What was your thoughts on it? How did you have the fight scored?
I think that if it would have been in Japan, that fight also, I think Almeida would have had it as well. I think he had the control. He was pushing the fight the whole time. It felt to us that Lance really couldn't find his distance. You know, he had him takedown, but he couldn't do anything with the takedown because if you give him a little space, right away he was going to go for submission. So, you know, yeah, he had a takedown here and there, but for the rest, the control, I think, was from Almeida. He was constantly pushing forward, he was countering, coming with the kicks. So it could have gone either way, and normally you have to steal it from the champion, as they say. But I'm okay with the decision. I would have been okay with any decision, actually. But you know, I won't say it's a steal. I think he won the fight.
We thought cage side that it looked like Palmer was trying to wear him out for the championship rounds. Did you get any of that, or did you think he just couldn't find his distance and that was that?
He couldn't find his distance. You know, the footwork from Almeida was really good. Every time when he attacked him, he was to the side. So when he connected the shot, it was most of the time when he was moving out, so there was no power in there, and Almeida just hit him more. Did he do damage? No, but so didn't Palmer. He didn't do him damage. But then, you know, at the end of the fight, you're going to say, okay, who's connecting the most? And then I think Almeida was connecting the most.
As far as Ozzy Dagulagov goes, he was the person who, going into this fight, looked like he could kind of be the guy after the guy when it comes to Justin Gaethje. Do you think that Nick Heron-Webb is just that durable, or maybe that Ozzy can't finish high-level guys?
Well, he's just that durable. He's a really good guy. I mean, he got saved, Dagulagov, when he had the reversal, and the only reason he couldn't get the reversal was he fell against the fence and he fell back. So I think that was in round number one, set the tone right away, that Dagulagov knew that if he was going to give him a little bit of space, he might get reversed or might go for submission attempt. So that shut him down, you know. And in the striking, I thought he should have kept it striking on the feet. He was the better striker. The back kicks to the body were really hard. You know, I just keep it on the feet and go for there. But I think he played it safe and just took him down, but then he couldn't do anything with it.
So you don't think Ozzy lost any ground? He's still a top 5 guy. Championship fight can't be that far away, right?
Yeah, you know, and again, it's all about who you're fighting and who you're facing. And if you're facing a guy who when you give him a little space, like a couple of inches, and he's going to slap out on some crazy technique. He was even working for a Gogo Pilata, I saw. I go, there's no way that the Dagulagov is going to allow him to do that. But you know, the guy is all over the place. He's got long legs, limber legs, and he's known for his submissions. He's got 14 submission victories, or 13, yeah. You know, so he knows what to do on the ground. And yeah, some fighters, they think, okay, maybe this is not going to be my super exciting fight, but I'm going to walk away with the victory, and then up to the next one.
Okay, so we got Shayman Moraes and Robbie Peralta. Moraes looked good. I mean, he really was the one that brought the crowd to their feet tonight. Assess his performance and what's next?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. You know, I think he should fight another a ground guy who's maybe a little bit better on the ground than in his striking. So you know that. So we can see that. What if it goes to the ground? Can he survive enough if it goes to the ground? Because he has great takedown defense. But if it goes to the ground, can he do enough to defend all these submission attempts? That's still something because he's a striker. We always say, well, he lost to Moraes, but with a naked choke, I believe, right? Yeah. So I don't know, to throw him back right away in. I don't know. Maybe give him one fight in between. But I think that you saw him finding his distance. You know, just when I said it, I say he just found his distance, and I think 20 seconds later he dropped him. You know, he was just looking for that. He started playing around, throwing a really slow right uppercut. You know, that's just because you want your opponent to do something on it. If you do it fast, I always tell my students, you know, you need to be theatrical in fighting. Sometimes when I do something fast, you don't give them time to react to that. So you do it on purpose a little slower, you know, and then they're going to block it, and that's when another punch is going to come.
All right, I appreciate the time, and I'll get you out here. I have 2 more. So Jake Hewen, he had a big fight, and then it kind of fell apart, but then he got Clinton Williams. Clinton Williams showed himself, maybe made himself some money tonight. He looked good. Do you think Hewen was just looking to be impressive and searching for that big thing that never came, or what was your assessment of that fight?
I think, again, here we go again. It's footwork. You know, we saw this a whole bunch of times tonight. We had guys who had great footwork. If you have a fighter who's constantly fighting on the outside, you know, and if you come, I move the same amount back, I'm like glued to you, but like 2 inches away. That's very hard to land a punch, and that's very hard to land a takedown on that with all these guys because they're constantly moving backwards. I think Williams did a really good job considering that he took the fight like 2.5 week notice, you know, and then coming in against the guy Hyun, who I believe I really like that guy. You know, he's a super explosive fighter. He likes to finish his opponents, and but also, you know, couldn't find the reach. He won the fight, but he couldn't find the correct reach to knock him out.
And lastly, Akeem Dawodu, speaking of another guy who's explosive, I thought the first 2 rounds he lost, and then he pulled out a 10-8 in the final, so it was a draw. Did you have it as a draw? Did you think he lost the fight? I mean, we were expecting big things from him tonight, and then we have the draw. We're kind of, you know, left a little empty.
I said it. You'll hear me when you hear the commentating. I said it's a draw. But the last round was a 10-8 round to me. And the first one, so he won, so it was 10-9, 10-9, and then it was 8-10. And that together, it's all 28. So I said, yeah, I believe it's a draw. So I was happy with that decision.
There you have it, guys. It's the World Series of Fighting 26 post-fight show, joined by UFC Hall of Famer and all-around legendary badass Bas Rutten, El Wapo. I appreciate the time, and have a great night.
All right, Godspeed, party on.